Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today's video is one of my all-time favorite collaborations. I will have more on that in just a bit. Project number 1. I have these 2 charger plates that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am using this cashew paint. I gave the chargers 2 coats, and then I got this rice paper from Amazon, and I just ran it through my inkjet printer and printed off a couple of images that I wanted to use. Now I'm just measuring everything out, and I'm going to take my paintbrush and some water, and I'm just going around the edge so that I can tear the edges because I don't want to cut it with those harsh lines. I like it to look a little frayed and tattered. So I took Mod Podge and I am just using a sponge, and I'm going to coat just the inside of the charger with the Mod Podge to hold the image in place. And I do that with both chargers, and then I will go over the top part of the rice paper once this section dries. So once the Mod Podge is dry, I have this ribbon I got from Hobby Lobby. I cut 2 strips at one length and 2 at another length because I'm going to make 2 bows, one for each charger. So once I do that, I just find the center of both ribbons or both strips. I make the awareness ribbon, scrunch it in the center, and then I take some of that jute twine and I tie it in the center of the bow. And then I do dovetail both ends, or both bows, all 4 ends on each bow. Then I'm going to take this thin purple ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to make a simple bow to place on top of the purple sheer bow. And then I will take another strip and wrap that strip around the smaller bow and the center of the bigger bow, and that way it hides the jute. And I hope I'm making sense. If not, you'll see what I'm talking about right here. So once the bows are made, I added a little bit of boxwood under the bows and hot glued the bows in place. I used some of my small rub-on transfers that I got from Amazon, and I added them to the bottom and the two sides on each charger. And here they are. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. I am so in love with these pieces. I love how they came out. Let me know what you guys think. So as I said earlier, this video is part of the Easter Around the World collaboration. A bunch of us creators got together to bring you inspiration from wherever we are located in this big, beautiful world. So I am in the northeast corner of the US of A. And I am going to have all of these beautiful ladies' channels as well as the playlist in my description box down below. When you're done with my video, head on down to the playlist and check everybody's video out. You're going to be so inspired. Okay, let's get back to the projects. Project number 2. I got this little, what am I trying to say? Decor piece from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago for 90% off. And then the rub-on transfers came from Amazon. I used my cashew paint. I did 3 coats because it did not want to cover. And now I am using that thin purple ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to add it to the center of all of the edges. So top, bottom, left, right, however you want to call it. That's where I am going to place it. Now, once that's done, I am going to take this beautiful He Is Risen rub-on transfer, and I am going to add that to my little sign here. It's so beautiful. Now, these rub-on transfers are a little bit shiny. They're almost like a sticker, but you do have to rub them. But you can always put some matte Mod Podge and it'll tone down the sheen if that is not your jam. So I am just adding that right to the front part. And then I am going to take some antique wax and I am just going to distress the entire piece. I was just going to do the little beads on the front, but I went a little crazy and did the whole thing. And then I just found some florals that I could add to the top over the crosses just to give it that little extra something. And that's it for this one. I love the transfer. I'm not sure about all of the antique wax and it being so dirty looking, but you guys let me know. What do you think of this piece and all of the distressing? Okay, project number 3. I have these wooden plaques I got from Michael's and this beautiful stencil set from Essential Stencil. So I painted the plaques with the cashew and the truffle paints. And now I am just going to add the stencil, and I'm using the truffle paint for the stencil as well. Now the key is to offload as much of the paint as you can because you don't want it to be too thick on your brush because it'll just end up bleeding and it'll ruin everything. So these came out so amazing. I love them. So I am just taking my stencil brush. I'm doing circular motions and look at that cross. It's stunning. Look at that. So crisp, no bleed through, nothing. These essential stencils are everything. I love them, and they have all these rub-on transfers. And anyway, so I am an ambassador. I will say that out front for Essential Stencil. There is a link in my description box if you're interested in any stencils or rub-on transfers or anything like that. This is not sponsored, but like I said, I am an ambassador, so I do get a small commission on every sale. But go check them out, you guys. Their stuff is amazing, and it is very budget friendly. So I am doing the same thing with this stencil, doing circular motions, and it comes out amazing. Look how gorgeous it is. Oh, so now I'm taking my chippy brush from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going around the top edge of both of these plaques just to give it a little more interest. I'm not going over the entire thing, just the edges. And look at how gorgeous they are, you guys. I put some tumbling tower blocks in the back so that they would stand up, but here they are. They're so stunning. I love, love, love these. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, on to project number 4. I have this wood palette sign from Michael's, and I'm just going to take the tag off and get it ready. Look at this. Oh, there's another stencil. It's beautiful. So I painted the entire thing with cashew and then the truffle. Now I forgot to hit record, so I'm showing you here. That's what I used. I used the truffle paint, and then I put this little thing on top with the cashew. And I used the same stencil brush, so it came out a little darker than the cashew on the wood blank. And then I went around the perimeter of the front of the wood sign and just distressed it with the truffle. Boy, that was hard. But this is so gorgeous. I love this so much. And the scripture is everything. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, project number 5. I have this wood, it looks like a book from Woodpeckers Crafts. And I painted the whole thing with cashew, and I'm just dressing with the truffle. If you haven't caught on yet, those are my colors for this video. So anyway, I'm just going to go around the edge with the truffle, and then I kind of do like the center so that it looks like a book. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then I go across the front, which gives it almost like there's words. You'll see. I'm trying to explain it, but see how it gives it just that dimension. So anyways, then I am going to take a couple tumbling tower blocks and glue them to the top of the book, so it will be sitting on a table or whatever at an angle, so that you can see everything that I put on the front. Now I have these beautiful rub-on transfers from Amazon with tons of crosses and just, Bibles and churches and all religious. It's a religious pack of rub-on transfers. So I am going to just embellish this book with all of these gorgeous rub-on transfers. And that's it for this. So beautiful. I think it came out so sweet and just beautiful. I absolutely love this. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, project number 6. I have one of these cathedral frames from the Dollar Tree, and I have these little wood blanks came from Michael's, and then that little piece was just a scrap I had, and these rub-on transfers were from Amazon. They're stunning. So I painted the frame with the truffle and the 2 wood plank pieces with the cashew. And I'm putting this gorgeous church right on the front of the bigger wood plank. And these are, I think these are redesign transfers, so these are good. These are not like shiny or anything. These are like a higher quality transfer, and they go on so smooth and look so gorgeous. Once that one's done, I'm going to do the same thing with this faith word and the smaller just scrap piece of planking that I had in my stash. And then I just added some flowers on the top of this little scrap piece. Now I'm just going to take the little wood plank with the church on it, and I'm just going to clip it right in where you would put the picture. And then that little piece of wood. Okay, so it was a little too big for what I wanted it for. So luckily I had put the word up high enough that I was able to take my X-Acto blade or box cutter, whatever you want to call it, utility knife, there we go. And I am just going to cut off the excess piece of wood at the bottom of this little piece of wood, and then I'm going to be able to glue that right in place, right underneath the church where I wanted it. So before I glue everything down, I am taking the cashew and I am just doing a dry brushing over the edges of the cathedral picture frame. And then I am going to do the same process, but with the truffle on the little wood planks. And then I'm just clipping the church back in, and I'm going to glue the little piece of wood with the faith word right underneath. Then while that's drying, I am going to take another piece of that ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to make another simple bow, and I am going to add that to the top center of the frame. And I also add a couple pieces of greenery under the bow just to kind of fill in the space, give it a little more color and interest. And that's it for this one. I think this one is so beautiful. It's so simple, but I really, really love this one. Let me know what you guys think. So I just want to thank all of the amazing creators that are in this playlist with me. I am so honored to be here. So thank you all. And a special thank you to C from CeeJ DIY. She doesn't like to take credit, but she's the one that put this together. So thank you, C. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content, and they'll push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you in the next one.